Right, the clock just struck 12, so it looks like about 1 week ago today, Nipsey Hussle passed away, got murdered by somebody. Let's not even say passed away. It wasn't of natural causes.
Mm-hmm.
He got murdered by somebody. From what I could see, some jealousy, hatred looking type shit. Slash, if what has been reported happened at the scene is true, a nigga was embarrassed and couldn't live up to the reputation that he went out there and made for himself type shit.
Yeah.
Right? So before we get started, let's just say R.I.P. Nipsey Hussle. Let's try not to have any fuck ups happen today. So while we doing this. Also, I just want to get this part out of the way. Because this shit right here, getting out of fucking hand, man. Look, I like conspiracy theories as much as the next man, but motherfuckers need to don't need to slow down. They need to come to a complete halt.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about this shit was a conspiracy theory that the government killed him because he was making a documentary about this Dr. Sebi dude. Nigga, the government don't give a fuck about that. You know why the government don't give a fuck about that? Because no documentary gonna stop niggas from going to the doctor and going to the fucking pharmacy. Right, people been talking about this Dr. Sebi dude for a long time before Nipsey Hussle was making a documentary, and they wasn't getting shot about it. And then the conspiracy theories died down after the surveillance tape came out, and then the shit popped back up because the guy who was prosecuting against O.J. Simpson is apparently representing Nipsey Hussle's alleged killer. We gotta say alleged because he hasn't been convicted yet, but Christopher Darden, niggas is up there who probably had to Google who the fuck Christopher Darden was, is up there talking about how can he afford him. Nigga, you don't know this man's situation. You don't know what the fuck that man got and who he can afford or who he's related to that can afford it. Why you give a fuck? Yeah, last time I checked, it won't none of our jobs to fucking solve the crime, nigga. It's the police job to solve the crime.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So why do you or anybody else give a fuck how the fucking dude can afford some lawyer or a certain lawyer? Or why is niggas out here busting their ass? The first thing they said is fucking Nipsey Hussle was killed because it was a fucking documentary coming out. And then the next thing they said was what? It was a military style hit. Nigga, I saw it. It wasn't a military style hit. If it was a military style hit, then fucking innocent bystanders wouldn't have been getting shot.
Yeah.
It was a military style hit. The nigga wouldn't have wasted like 10 bullets. He would have shot the man once or twice and he would have been dead. He shot him all in the back and in the body and all of that shit and didn't shoot him in the head until he had fell down and turned over to look up and see where the shots was coming from.
Mm-hmm.
It was not a military style hit. None of that shit is the truth. A bunch of motherfuckers who just wanted to get out there on Twitter first, trying to be internet detectives. The same way that people almost probably was getting that guy Soldier Kid hunted and killed over XXX's death when he didn't have shit to do with it. Because a bunch of niggas wanted to hop out the window being internet detectives. Go ahead.
I just don't. I think it's that fucking stay woke community that is the reason all this shit was happening though, because I seen it firsthand.
Right. I I seen it too, and I knew it was coming because I knew about this documentary, and I knew the first thing that people was gonna start saying is that he got killed because of that. Bruh, knock it the fuck off.
They was even bringing up when Left Eye had died from talking about him.
Left Eye careened off the side of a cliff. Nigga, did somebody do that too? I seen the footage of her. Shit, they had footage. They had a camera rolling in that car. That car was down there in one of those in Honduras, I think, where Dr. Sebi was from, on them dangerous ass roads, and that shit careened off a cliff. That's what happened there. Like, I just don't. I don't think you should come out the window disrespecting this man's legacy and what he was trying to do by saying some government conspiracy is what got him killed. Nigga, this is what got him killed. Him trying to be too good to a community of people who probably, a lot of them don't deserve it, was got him killed. Cause that nigga wouldn't have been lurking around a store. Like I saw Nori say. Nori said that he didn't go open up a spot in like Beverly Hills or something. He opened the shit in his own hood. If his store was in Beverly Hills, there wouldn't have been no nigga lurking around there that was looking to kill him, or no that was a former snitch or whatever that could have got potentially embarrassed. I want to take that angle though, because I had a thought when it came to that, right? Of course, somebody living by the street code that Nipsey lived by, even though he was trying to do his best to turn it around, not himself necessarily, because it looked like he had already turned his own life around, but try to help other people turn theirs around. Of course, they not go. He's still who he is at the end of the day. He not gonna be fucking with a snitch. But one of my thoughts was this: nigga, his store is in the field, nigga. It's on Crenshaw and Slauson, right?
Yeah.
I thought that he could have been running the nigga off to protect him before some niggas who was really looking about that action came. If the guy was a snitch, like if the guy was a snitch, and if that was what he said, if what really happened is that Nipsey Hussle told him he had to go because he was a snitch, then shit, he could have been telling him to get the fuck out of Dodge before somebody who's looking for him shows up. For somebody he might have snitched on them or snitched on some of their family and they looking for revenge, snitched on one of the gang and they looking for revenge.
But see, my thing is with that, even if he was telling him to get out of there, why would he come back in? Kill him.
You embarrass a nigga, man. You call a nigga out, bruh. And I saw this Chicago World News, another YouTube guy who basically mainly covers Chicago shit, but he talked about the Nipsey Hussle situation. He said this, I'm just gonna repeat what he said, nigga. When you embarrass a nigga and hurt their pride, nigga, you put yourself in danger.
Yeah, that is true.
That's what he said. You embarrass a nigga, hurt their pride, you put yourself in danger. Now raise that to another level. A snitch, if this man indeed was a snitch, I don't know. But I'm just going off of what was said by people close to the situation. A nigga being a snitch just means the nigga is a snitch. Alpo is a snitch. The guy, you seen Paid in Full, right?
Yeah.
So, if you seen Paid in Full, it's all based on real people. Some of it is bullshit, but it's based on real people. And some of the situations in the movie were real, like the kidnapping of Rich Porter's little brother by his uncle. Right?
Yeah, that was real.
That happened. His uncle Apple. But the guy, You remember the guy in Paid in Full who owned like the store, who was trying to get the money from Mitch, and Mitch told him no?
Yeah.
See, that nigga was actually a real fucking gangster who was murdering. Like, the way they portrayed him in the movie was not who he was in real life, and not who he is. He's still alive, I think. He in prison for life. His crew was called the Preacher Crew. His name was Preacher. That nigga had people with mops tattooed on their body. Their job in the crew was strictly to clean up after the killings.
Dang.
Like, if you watch a documentary about the Preacher Crew and listen to his son, who was one of the murderers, tell the story. That nigga was a fucking cold killer, dog. And didn't care about nobody. They actually kidnapped the fucking boy. Preacher said he didn't have nothing to do with it, and he told them not to. But they kidnapped Rich Porter, little brother. They really cut his finger off, and they really killed him. And he was only 12. That Preacher nigga, guess what he is? A snitch. Nigga, he snitched on everybody when they got jammed up. Being a snitch don't make you no less of a killer. That's the thing about this situation. If this man, Eric Holder, is indeed guilty, and if he is indeed a snitch, just because he done told on niggas, it make him a coward, but it don't make him no less of a killer. So if he got called out to the point where he feel like that, Nipsey gotta die for this, he tried to show me up because of who he is. Because this guy was also reportedly an aspiring rapper, right?
Yeah.
You gotta look at all the shit that could have compounded on each other. Nipsey is who he is. Nipsey Hussle came from the fucking bottom. I remember when Nipsey Hussle pulled that fucking crazy publicity stunt that was like genius marketing. I was like, who the fuck this nigga think he is that he can do something like that? You know what I'm talking about?
What?
When he made his Crenshaw mixtape, you remember that?
Yeah.
Where them motherfuckers was $100 each.
Yeah.
Bro. Like,
yeah.
I was like, who the fuck finna? Even though you also could just go download it for free. Like, it was free, but if you wanted a physical copy, it was $100, and you got like a concert ticket to the private Crenshaw show. And he made like 10,000 copies, or either 1,000 copies, not 10,000 copies for $100 each. That nigga Jay-Z bought 100 of them alone. I remember.
Yeah, I was reading on that one.
Nigga, I remember. I was like, who this nigga think he is? Somebody can buy $100 CD. Nigga, he was out there setting a path, or either not setting the path, but he was out there like building upon the path that niggas like E40 and Tech 9, niggas who really never been beholden to a record label. Tech 9 never has. E40 was for a short time, but he got off of that. He got off the major labels and really just started forging his own path. Same with like Too Short. Too Short was on a major label for a long ass time though, but he got off of Jive. When he got off of Jive, he really just started forging his own path too. So Nipsey Hussle was like building upon that shit with those type of things, doing like selling $100 mixtape. That's the first I had heard of Nipsey Hussle before, but that's the first time I listened to him, because I was like, if this motherfucker think this shit is worth $100, something on it gotta be good. So I went to see what the fuck the hype was behind this Crenshaw mixtape, and I'm not gonna pretend like I was a diehard fan of him, but it ain't because he wasn't worthy of diehard fandom. It's just because I didn't listen to enough. I only listened to Crenshaw and Victory Lap, right? Which I liked both of them. So like I ain't like it enough to pay $100 for it, but I liked enough to keep listening to it for free. So what I liked it. I listened to those two. So I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I knew his whole discography from front to back. But what got my attention with him more than any music is the actual shit he was doing. That's what got my attention. The actual real life shit, because it's one thing to come out here, get money, give some turkey away on Thanksgiving, give some book bags and shit away when school is starting, give some Christmas gifts away, which are all good things. I'm not trying to downplay it, but nah, this nigga was giving niggas jobs. Like niggas was working because of this man. This nigga was buying the whole strip mall. He was trying to buy that whole strip mall and try to turn it into a actual place where people in that neighborhood could have came and seeked employment at. And even down to the reason why he was even at that store at the time, make the shit even sadder. He was over there to assist one of his friends who was fresh out of jail.
Yeah. That's what I read up on, all of that, bro. And the thing is, I heard somebody else talking about it, and they was like, why didn't he have like bodyguards with him, and why didn't he have, like, you know, stuff like that. But they was like, he was in his own, like, he had been there for so long, like he was in his own store, like his own shopping center where he like resided. So they was like, you feel comfortable in places like that. You ain't expecting a nigga to come roll up on you and just start shooting.
The other thing about why he probably didn't have a bodyguard is he was somebody that, like, not in death, like, not, this ain't no hindsight shit. This is shit that I knew from observing the career as a whole, is that he was somebody who was embraced by all type of people from all walks of life in LA. So when I say all walks of life, I mean from all the different gangs. Like, my nigga, he was embraced. So it was like he probably didn't feel like he needed to have security with him while he was over there, especially when he was doing what he came to do. The reason why he was over there, because he was embraced by the whole community, right? So of course he not rolling up to his fucking store thinking that he finna be shot and killed.
Yeah.
Right? It took him, he was embraced and he was so comfortable, it took for somebody from his same fucking gang to kill him.
That's what I'm saying.
Right?
A hating ass nigga at that.
Like, let's get into this man. If this man indeed did it, and again, if what's being said is true, right? This man was on the run, hiding out while his fucking family members was getting shot, bro. While his grandma's house was getting shot up. If this is true and if this was him. And this nigga had the audacity to show up trying to check himself into a fucking mental institution. Nigga didn't even have the nuts to go just turn himself into prison. He had the audacity to go check himself into a mental institution, or either try. Like, the fucking police wasn't gonna come up there and clamp your ass up. Because everybody wanted you got, my nigga, the receptionist or whoever called the police right on that nigga while he was trying to check himself into the fucking psych ward. What you think about that?
I think that was bullshit, because honestly, when like the day after the shooting happened, I was actually following up with his social media, because the nigga, his Crip name is like Shitty Cuz or something like that.
Right.
So I was keeping up with it, and it was like he was recording like the like, you know, the news, how they was like showing it on the news and stuff, and he was like up there. I think they deleted his I think he deleted his Twitter though. Yeah, he deleted it. This Twitter is gone now. I mean his Instagram, but he was up there like posting and stuff. Like Meek Mill was contacting him and stuff, right? He was like posting the messages with Meek Mill saying that Meek was like the feds and stuff and was trying to get him caught up and like he got little Snoop. Like he was just up there saying anything. And then after the fact, he was up there posting about Nipsey, like posting pictures of Nipsey and stuff, saying that they was gonna figure out who really did this and stuff. But he was like claiming that he didn't do it.
Of course he was. He put in a not guilty plea.
Yeah.
Of course he gonna claim that he didn't do it. Shit, nigga,
and then
is trying not to get clapped at that point.
That's what I'm saying. And even in, they were saying he rolled off in like a Chevy Cruze, I believe.
Yeah.
I believe the car was a white Chevy Cruze.
Yeah.
In his story, like his Instagram story, bro, he was in a Chevy Cruze, bro. Like you could see it from the picture on the inside that it was a Chevy Cruze.
Bro, what about, let's get off a topic for a little bit, still with the same situation. You saw the video of the clown ass motherfucker who was driving down the highway claiming that he did the shooting?
Yeah, I saw that, bro. He was just looking for some clout, I believe, but he was about to get the worst part of it because he was going to get clapped soon, bro.
Bro, what do you think about niggas who do shit like that?
Bro, I think them niggas are like some scum of the earth ass niggas because I actually seen on Facebook somebody was posing as Lauren London, like, because Nipsey died, I'm giving away $50,000 to somebody who shares this, like, and I was like, I went up there, I had to comment, bro. I was like, whoever did this is an ain't shit ass person, bro, because why would you go up there in somebody's time of grief? Like, somebody, like, people are really hurt by this, and you up there trying to find some way to capitalize off this or something. Like, Yeah,
that's that bitch ass nigga talking about, oh, it's too many witnesses. That's what he was doing. I shot him. He even started off saying, what's bracking?
Mm-hmm.
My nigga, like, Nipsey Hussle wasn't beefing with no bloods, nigga.
He won't.
Nigga, not that we know of. And that's what the fuck is you even talking about, dude?
And now I'm looking up on Instagram, and I'm like just scrolling through, cause his Instagram name was Shitty Cuz LA.
Yeah.
So now, like, I'm looking up, and it's so many of these profiles with, like, 2 followers, 4 followers, 727, 3 followers. Like, people is off the clout making these Instagram accounts trying to get famous, bro. Or, like, trying to get at least some clout off of it. But I'm like, bro, why are you trying to get clout off this situation, bro?
Because dumbass motherfuckers will try to get clout off of anything, nigga. That's what niggas do. That's what people do. It was another killing that happened where a guy just got up there and started claiming he was the killer. I just don't remember who it was, so I ain't even gonna try to remember because that don't really matter. But
I'm just saying, bro, if you really, like, how sick in the head do you gotta be to think it's okay for you to just say you killed somebody?
Niggas ain't sick in the head. Niggas is just fucking. Niggas is attention whores.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga, that's what this nigga was. He was a punk ass attention whore. And the first time I saw the video, I watched it once and never watched it again because I knew he didn't do shit.
Yeah.
I knew he didn't do a motherfucking thing. All he did was hop his dumb bitch ass on Instagram and say, I shot him. You didn't do shit, nigga.
And he probably only did that for like whatever few followers he was gonna get from people trying to see what he looked like, see his page. But now think about this. What if he would have got up there and said that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And niggas would have really tracked him down, like.
Nigga, I was about to say something similar. I was about to say, if niggas couldn't find him, what if they would have tracked his people down?
That's what I'm saying. Now you just got some people murdered all because you trying to be stupid. All because you want a little piece of clout.
And I knew he didn't do shit, bro. I knew he didn't do a damn thing, bro. He didn't do shit. Like that, the shit, the whole situation around this shit was disturbing because number one, the shit was just unexpected.
Yeah,
I
that's
just
why. And then I seen a lot of people up there talking about like why did so many shots go off and nobody from like Nipsey like that was around him, like his homies and nothing throw no shots back. Like why didn't nobody shoot at him?
Them
Like,
niggas might not even fucking been armed.
that's what I'm saying, and I'm looking at it like, bro, this junk happened so fast. Like, and this is a place where people was coming to just like chill, bro. They felt comfortable in this area, from what I assume. Since Nipsey from Slauson and Crenshaw, right?
Yeah,
He been around there his whole life, so who would expect a person from your own set, snitch or not, to come through shooting? Like,
man, that's the way shit be, man. The Lil Boozy said it the best. Most rappers get killed right where they were born at. XXX.
yeah,
He was killed in Deerfield Beach. Young Greatness. He was killed in New Orleans.
at a Waffle House.
Yep. Nipsey killed at his own store, right on his own fucking street that he had tattooed on his back.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Big L killed on his own porch.
Yeah.
Freaky Ty killed coming back from a party in his own neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga, like that. This is where, we can go on and on about rappers getting murdered. The only ones, the major ones of note who didn't get killed in their hometown was Biggie and Tupac.
Mm-hmm.
And they got killed. Tupac, of course, killed in Las Vegas. And Tupac's hometown, if niggas don't know, was New York. And Biggie killed in L.A. And his hometown is Brooklyn. So, but most of them, they killed right where they're born at. So, I don't even think it's surprising in the moment, but when you look back on it, it's not surprising because, of course, let's look at it from a meta standpoint. Of course, when you look at it through a wider lens, Nipsey Hussle came from the situations that everybody else came from, and the majority of them niggas never made it out of.
Yeah.
But he did. He made it out of it, and let alone he wasn't just making it out of it. He made it out of it breaking down fucking barriers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he made it out of it. It's one thing to make it out of that situation, right? Even Sean Taylor, the football player, was killed in Miami, where he was from. But back to Nipsey Hussle. He made it out of that situation not like becoming a fucking lawyer or a doctor or something, not that there's something wrong with that, or getting some type of career that anybody who applies themselves to it has access to, right? Mm-hmm. If you want to become a doctor and you try hard enough and you do what's required of you to become one, you can become one. But he did it in a career path that required him to have unique talents, unique charisma for people to want to be able to, for people to want to follow his fucking music. Let alone he did it without the help of record labels. Like,
yeah, that is true.
Like, that nigga did that shit all on his own from the beginning, selling tapes out the trunk. Right? To becoming a multiple millionaire, to becoming having a top 10 album, to becoming a person that's buying up storefront after storefront, trying to buy up a whole strip mall that's actually about to put it to the use of the community, not about to buy it up and demolish it and build condos, but buying it up, opening up businesses in it, and putting people from his community in there. Mm-hmm. My nigga, you don't know how much type of jealousy and hate that breeded amongst people who just never said it. Because one of the other witnesses up there said the nigga shook him and Nipsey hand before he left and came off before the whole situation happened and he came back shooting. This is somebody who, of course, I think they from the same set. He probably knew Nipsey. And the whole
you talking about the Eric?
Yeah.
Eric Holder? Yeah, they was from the same set.
I know they both Crips, but I don't know if Eric is a 60 or rolling 60.
No, I think he was a 60.
You know, but yeah. Like he before he came back shooting after he got ran off the block or ran out the shopping center, he shook their hands according to Nipsey's other homie that was there with him. This is what I gotta say about that whole thing, my nigga. If you make your bed, lay in it. My nigga, you can't be mad at somebody for your actions, my nigga. If you fucking entered into the gangster lifestyle, nigga, you know what come with that shit. Mm-hmm. And everybody who enters into it knows what comes with it, but unfortunately, a majority of these niggas don't live by it. My nigga, you get into doing that shit, you know that at a point in time, you gonna get caught up for some of the gang banging shit that you do. Mm-hmm. So, how can niggas even have the audacity to fucking tell? Is what I'm saying. How can niggas have the audacity to tell? That's like jumping in the fucking ocean and being mad that you got wet.
Bruh, niggas got the audacity to tell because when they put it on that paper that you getting so-and-so this many years, niggas look at it like, oh, what? 15 years? What? Like,
nigga, that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. It's like
niggas want to live that life, but don't want to.
They want the glorified part of it.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want everything else that come with it, my nigga. That's what it is, nigga. You know, in LA it's different. I'll give it that much. It's different because that's where the original spot. That's where it originated from, and in LA, it's different because you might damn near not have a choice but to join the set if you're born in a certain place.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, there's a lot of people who was born in them places who ain't on the sets. There's a lot of people who didn't join. So nigga, if you know that that's not you, then don't get into it. Because if you grow up in LA, you know what the fuck the deal is with the gangs, my nigga.
Mm-hmm.
You know what the deal is. So if you ain't about that life, stay the fuck on away from it. Like I said, I always tell this story to people who talk to me about gangs, my nigga. I had the opportunity to join a Crip gang here, my nigga. I had the opportunity to. They was actively trying to recruit me into it, bro. Actively. When I was like 7 or 18. My nigga, I looked at them niggas and just said, I almost caved in. I wouldn't say caved into the peer pressure. It wasn't really that. I almost went along with it. But after I saw certain actions and after I saw certain ways that the gang life operated that I just didn't vibe with, I made the decision to just go the other way and say, you know what, this shit ain't for me, right? Everybody else got that opportunity too, my nigga. Like everybody else, you don't have to become a gangbanger if you don't want to live that type of life.
Mm-hmm.
So when you go out there and you live that type of life, nigga, just be prepared for what come with that type of life. Niggas don't do that. Niggas look out for themselves only.
Especially when you get in bonds like that. But see, the thing about it is, bro, even if you was claiming to be a snitch, I mean, even if niggas was saying, like, you a snitch or whatever, what made you think that killing Nipsey Hussle was going to make anything better?
Nigga didn't probably think it was gonna make anything better. I just think he killed him because he was the one who called him out. Nigga got fucking pissed
But I'm saying, like, you acting like they won't gonna catch you doing this. Like, this is the problem I got with niggas who kill anybody. Like, niggas who just commit murders in general. Like, you really thought they weren't gonna catch you? Like, even if the police won't gonna catch you, bro, you really thought you was gonna be out long enough for niggas not to come after you over killing? Like, and this ain't like no a nigga with no rank Crip. Like, bruh, Nipsey was like the face of the Crips, if you would say, the face of the 60s.
Yeah.
So you really thought you was just gonna get away scot-free for this? And it's to the point now where even if he beats this charge, let's say he beats the charge, right?
I don't think he is.
I'm just saying, like, if
even the fucking police want him put the fuck away because they even like the Nipsey.
That's what I'm saying,
they even
bro.
loved him, bro. The police loved him, bro. Like, the policeman, the chief of police sitting there talking about he was in fucking shock. He saw the message and read it over and over.
Mm-hmm.
Because this was a voice that was trying to help. That's what he said. That's what I respect the most about him, is that he came to a point in his life where he said it's time to put the bullshit behind me, no matter what I used to do or what I did, and make this place a better place.
Mm-hmm.
Because just because I had to go through it don't mean that other people have to come up going through it. Other people's kids don't have to come up and be forced into any gang or whatever. Because this is why you said he was the face of the Crips. He was not just any motherfucker was gonna be accepted walking up into a damn police precinct having a meeting.
That's what I'm saying.
Not. I ain't talking about accepted by the cops. I'm talking about accepted by his fucking gang.
Yeah.
Like, not just any niggas gonna say, oh, go to the homies and say, all right, I'm going to meet with the cops. They gonna look at you like, nigga, what the fuck you say?
Mm-hmm.
You ain't going to meet with no cops over here. Excuse me. So, like, I don't like the cowardly nature of this whole shit, bro. Because I believe everything people that credible people are saying about this Eric Holder dude.
Mm-hmm.
I believe he was out there fucking running and hiding while his family was being hunted down. Like,
mm-hmm.
I believe that shit is the truth.
And they came out and said that his family was getting, because I seen a post about that, but see, I didn't know how credible it was.
Nigga, they was like, his fucking family was getting shot at, the houses was getting shot up. Somebody said his grandma got killed. I don't know about that one.
Mm-hmm. Because I seen a post and I had read it, and it was like, I know they had said like 2 of his cousins got killed or something like that.
Yeah, now that one might, I'm more inclined to believe that than somebody killing the grandma.
Mm-hmm.
So but his cowardly nature lines up if what they were saying about him after the fact of him doing the killing is true. His cowardly nature lines up with the cowardly nature that of a fucking snitch.
Yeah.
You understand? So,
but see, at this point, bro, if he beats that junk, he's not gonna be able to. Somebody's gonna find him.
You know what? You want me to really say what I thought?
What?
And man, this is some shit that I don't know if many people are saying it, but I'm gonna just say what I thought and what I felt when they revealed who it was. I felt like I wanted the nigga to be fucking killed. Like,
who, the Eric?
Yeah, the killer.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if it was Eric or not, whoever they found out the killer was, I felt like I just wanted to see the killer be dead, be fucking murdered. Bro, I ain't even gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I wanted to see the killer be murdered. I ain't want to see him go to no jail. I wanted somebody to take him out.
That's what I'm saying though. Like, I wanted to see that too, just because this won't just no norm. I felt like this won't just like no normal gang rapper, you know. Like, I felt like this dude was really trying to change things. Like, he was really trying to educate people on stuff, and he was really trying to change the street life stuff, you know. So I feel like it was just sad. Like, this, I can feel from when people was like, this really hit you different. Like even when Dave East was up there talking, because him and Dave East was homies.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know nothing about that, but shit, I just looked at the fucking outpouring. Like, the outpouring for XXX won't nearly what this was. The outpouring, not from the fans. Of course, the XXX's fans was hurt by him getting killed, which, shit, nigga, I wanted to see his killers be killed, too.
Yeah.
But they did something. They killed him. He didn't deserve to be killed like that. All because they wanted to take something that was his instead of getting their own shit. Coward ass motherfuckers who want to roll up on you with a gun and take something that's yours because they ain't got the means, the ways, or the fucking talent or the drive to get their own shit. So they take the lazy way out and try to rob you. And so I wish death upon them niggas. I know in this Christian life you ain't supposed to wish death upon them, but I did. I know you ain't. I ain't perfect, but I wish death upon them, and I wish death upon the killer of Nipsey Hussle. I wish death upon that nigga. I ain't gonna lie about it. I ain't even ashamed to say it now. But, excuse me, I lost my train of thought. What was I even saying before I started talking about X?
You went off on like a whole joint, bro. I don't even know where you was going with that.
I was talking about, damn it. I'm not trying to lose my train of thought today, but this shit happens to me too often. Shit. When I go back and listen to this, I'm gonna know what I was trying to say. Right now, I don't know. I do feel like that was. We was talking about how the outpouring of.
Oh yeah,
the outpouring of how like the outpouring of support and condolences from other artists is what was way larger than it was for X, for Nipsey. Like, other celebrities, other artists, fucking athletes, fucking police chiefs, fucking other gang members, like other.
And I think the reason why that was is because Nipsey was just a guy who was trying to help and start his own. So, like, you even know what he was doing with like his clothing shop. Right. It was like you could purchase like a shirt or something, and then you could get like the barcode to the music too.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like, he was starting the very first like smart shop. I think that's what they was calling it, like a smart shop. But I'm saying, like, he got this. I think he got that off of like just how cool he was with like everybody, bro. You had like Kevin Durant, Stephen Curry,
Russell
Westbrook,
LeBron did a whole interview, not a whole interview, but a whole segment of an interview about him. Called it one of the saddest things in American history. That's what he called it.
And then I heard a lot of people, like even Dave East was like, he wasn't old enough to like feel when this happened to like Pac and Biggie, but he was like, he felt this. And you had a lot of people comparing him to like the modern day Pac.
It ain't even close. Him and Tupac ain't even. I don't know. Niggas need to stop doing that bullshit because he was himself. Like him and Tupac had he had his activism and shit,
Mm-hmm.
and he had his messages in the music. Tupac didn't have his fingers and his fucking 10 toes down in the community like Nipsey did, so they can just stop.
And that's another thing I wanted to bring up, bro. Nipsey did way more for the community than Tupac ever did.
Ain't nobody. That don't even matter. Like I don't even care what Tupac did for the community. This ain't no pissing contest.
Yeah.
Between artists.
But you had people up there saying that, and then another thing I didn't like about this, bro. You had so many people up there saying these fake Nipsey fans. Like I don't think you really even had to be a fan of his music to show sympathy for what happened.
Yeah, that's the thing about it. Like, those is clout chasers to me, too.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all niggas is just getting up there talking bullshit because I think because it would get attention. Like, my nigga, it's a lot of shit that people aren't fans of. Nigga, I wasn't no fan of XXX Tentacion. I ain't never pretend to be. I didn't pretend to be after he died. Yeah, that don't mean you can't feel bad because he was murdered, my nigga. Like, he was fucking murdered for nothing, for $50,000 fucking dollars.
Mm-hmm.
Some shit that if they didn't just run up on him shooting, he probably would have just gave them because he had more where that came from.
Yeah.
I ain't the biggest fan of Nipsey Hussle's music. Not because of the quality of it, just because I haven't listened to enough of it. Like I said, I only listened to 2 of his albums, Crenshaw and Victory Lap. That don't mean shit, bro. Like, that don't mean shit. You don't have to be. What if you ain't a fan of his music, but you a fan of what he was doing for his community?
Mm-hmm.
What if you a fan of that? And that's why you upset about his death. What if you just sick of seeing motherfuckers get killed for nothing?
Yeah.
What if that's the reason why? My nigga. What if you ain't a fan of Nipsey Hussle or ain't even a fan of rap, but you got somebody close to you that's been murdered? Or somebody has made an attempt on your own life. What if that's the reason why? Anybody who was talking about, oh, now y'all fans can go and shut the fuck up. They can fuck off, and then whenever they get to where they fuck off to, they can fuck off from there. That's what they can do. That's what they can do. Like, my nigga, every motherfucking bum-ass bastard just wants their Twitter moment.
Yeah.
That's what I think it is. So, whatever comes of it, they got their Twitter moment by getting up there talking shit about people who was offering sincere condolences to a man.
And then since we on the subject of people who, like, we talked about like people who was showing love to Nipsey and stuff, man. How you feel about my man's Kodak Black getting on live talking about he give Lauren London 1 to 3 years to be in mourning about it, but he'll still be in her corner, try to be the best man for,
Bruh. If it's one motherfucker I'm tired of, my nigga, it's Kodak Black.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I'm tired of him. Who gives a fuck? I give a fuck. That's who. I'm sick of that nigga, man. Like, Kodak Black, I don't know if he is saying this shit because he knows and he wants to create shock value, or if he just this fucking dense,
mm-hmm.
my nigga. Or is he trying to portray himself as such that real nigga that he'll say anything and he don't care about the consequence? My nigga, Lauren London don't fucking need you, my nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Lauren London don't need you, nigga. You didn't probably fucking know Nipsey like that. I don't think. Lauren London don't need you or probably won't fuck to do with you, my dude. So what are you even talking about? Like I told you, bro. I don't get busy with that Kodak Black shit. And this is the reason why, my nigga.
Not to mention, he was up there, like, he even had, like, the Game and T.I. coming after him talking junk to him.
So
like,
what did he say? His first fucking thing he said was that, oh, tell T.I. I'm in Georgia right now.
mm-hmm.
Nigga, so what? You ain't finna do shit to nobody. My nigga, you need to be worrying about the fucking rape charge that they hanging over your head.
He is in the news right now for raping a high school student. Let's keep that in mind, too, though.
Not the fuck Lauren London got going on, nigga. Lauren London is trying to actually deal with her loss. Nigga, I couldn't imagine having to deal with what she having to deal with, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for real, like, if whoever I am or was or is or might be in love with got killed, my nigga, I don't know what I would do. I wouldn't stop at nothing to try to torture the person who killed her to death.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know what I would do if I was in her situation. And like Nipsey Hussle and Lauren London is both still in their early 30s, as far as I know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. She might be older than that, but who cares? She's still young. And my nigga, for that shit to happen, I don't even think they had the chance to get married yet. Were they married yet?
I think they. I don't think they were.
Yeah, so I don't think they were married yet either. And whether they were married or not, like, back to this Kodak Black shit, I think people need to treat her with the respect that they would treat a fucking widow.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let that woman grieve. That man was her family, whether they were married or not.
Mm-hmm.
And shit, she just lost the person she wanted to spend the rest of her life with while she was in her early 30s and he was in his early 30s, and he left behind a child. Right?
Yeah.
So, excuse me, he left behind children. He had kids before her. So let me correct that. So this whole that shit with Kodak Black, because I don't usually get fucking angry about shit that celebrities do, but that shit pissed me off, bro. Like,
and I mean, I think this is going into, because you remember when Kodak Black, when he was coming out and stuff, he was like 90 babies ain't got no respect, and he was like being disrespectful on all different types of things, right? I feel like this is just basically him trying to go in line with that, but you got to get to the point where enough is enough, right? Like, I can see if you getting up there and saying that niggas can't rap, you know, like, if you saying niggas can't rap and stuff, that's a different story. Nobody cares about that, but
true,
bro, you getting up here after this man got murdered and coming at his well, we can just call it what it was, and going at his wife.
Well, basically was his wife.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
but basically was his wife. I don't think he was gonna let her go.
That's what I'm saying. But bro, and Kodak Black is gonna feel this one, I believe, because Nipsey he had such a following for this, and there's so many people that's like feeling sympathy for this man since he done died, bro. His music done got taken off of Power 106. And Kodak's music got taken off the Power 106. And you got all these people who are now like, bro, we not listening to Kodak
Power 106
Black no more.
Is the top LA radio station for hip hop. That's like the Power 106 is like the Breakfast Club, or not the Breakfast Club. What's the station that they work for? They work for Power 105, don't they?
Shade 105?
No, Power 105.
It's Power 105, because I know the station what is it called? The network is like Shade 105.
No,
Shade
not
105.
Shade 45. That ain't the network. iHeartMedia is the network that Power 105 is from.
Mm-hmm.
That's where they're like that. That's what Power 106 is. It's like Power 105 to New York, Power 106 is to LA. Of course, they not gonna abide no fucking disrespect. That's what Big Boy's Neighborhood is played at. the radio station that they made a fake version of for the Vince Staple album.
Mm-hmm.
So that they ain't gonna buy that shit, as they shouldn't. Like, I mean, to be for real, who the fuck is missing Kodak Black's music anyway?
But I think with this Kodak Black shit, bro, he ain't gonna be satisfied till niggas really is not listening to his music no more.
Whereas Kodak Black, I don't think that Kodak Black is a person that grasps consequences, bro. I don't think he realizes that actions have consequences.
I mean, he got a rape charge out right now.
As he after he got out of jail, all those other times he kept doing bullshit, bro, that get him put the fuck on back.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if he a person who grasps the fact that you can, get locked up, and or fucked up for things that you do and say.
And I mean, I know Kodak Black they portray him as this nigga who's like in the streets too. Like he was in the streets with the Haitian niggas, but I don't really think they don't want no smoke with these 60s.
I mean, I don't even, that's neither here nor there. I don't care about that. Just learn when to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and I don't think he should be out here saying this type of stuff. Like, I don't think he should be out here doing any type of disrespect. Like, and then you got so many artists that's coming at him now. Like,
The Game came at him.
The Game, T.I.
I mean, as they should. But just learn when to shut the fuck up. That's what I think you should do, Kodak Black. Not that you care what I think, but not that we care what you think about Lauren London, motherfucker. You see how that goes hand in hand?
Mm-hmm.
Not that you care what I think you should do, but we definitely didn't care about what you thought about Lauren London's situation, nigga. If you won't offering something constructive to it, just shut the fuck up. Nigga, Lauren London, trust me, dog. I don't know the woman, but I can guarantee you on my life. Well, not on my life. I don't want to put my life into jeopardy with my words. I guarantee you on the on whatever that she ain't sitting around looking forward to having you, my nigga. Shut the fuck on up.
Mm-hmm.
Just drop it. So, I mean, whatever consequences he gets from talking his bullshit are just consequences he deserves as far as I'm concerned.
I agree.
Like, I don't want nobody to do nothing physical to him, like nothing like that. He ain't do nothing that's bad enough for him
to get the hands put on him.
Yeah.
But I really think this should only hurt him in the music aspect, bro. I feel like, once he really see that he need to shut up and really learn that it's some stuff you just don't need to comment on.
Yeah.
Or even if you gon' comment on it, bro, do it in private. Like don't have no cameras around.
Bruh, why would he do it in private? Then he wouldn't be getting talked about for it. Of course he ain't gonna do it in private.
But see, he's doing this because I don't think he understands this, but bro, this is gonna hurt you. I could honestly see, like, what is it? I can't even see how this would be appropriate. I can't even begin to think how this would be appropriate.
It ain't appropriate, but I just don't think Kodak Black gives a shit.
That is true too, though.
Yeah, that's what I think. I don't think Kodak Black gives two fucks about what's appropriate and what's not.
I just, like you said, bro, I think Kodak Black should just learn to shut the fuck up.
Of course he should learn it, because everybody think it's funny when he talking about how he want to fuck Young M.A.
Mm-hmm.
But nigga, ain't nobody laughing at you or with you now, nigga. Niggas is on your head. Like, people who really knew this man is on your head, nigga. Especially T.I. is on your head because he probably knew both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we know
he knew Lauren London from ATL.
Yep. So he probably is very familiar with the both of them. So niggas ain't laughing with you, my nigga. Niggas is trying to fucking come and smack you the fuck up for what you've been talking. And like that, if he part of all he wanted to do was just challenge niggas to fights after it, instead of just saying I fucked up, right?
I bet you he won't fight game.
He might not. I don't give a shit. Like, I don't care about them niggas fucking fighting each other. My nigga Kodak Black, just knock it the fuck off. Just knock it off. But, you know, what can we do or say when it comes down to this situation?
Mm-hmm.
It ain't really much to say, but again, R.I.P. I mean, shit. Man, I hope I didn't damn my soul to hell by wishing death upon the nigga who killed him, but that was just my first reaction. Like, he should be killed. The guy who killed Nipsey Hussle for nothing should be killed right back. That was my first reaction, so I'm honest about it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Just hopefully, the way I look at it is that shit like this can be avoided in the future. Oh, and the one more fucking thing I don't like is how right after this man was shot, this was before they pronounced him dead, some bastard already had him laying there bleeding on fucking YouTube.
Yeah, I saw that. I sent that to you, actually.
Yeah, you did. Like, my niggas, y'all got the fucking phones out. And that other dude that everybody was talking about, oh, we need to protect him. We need to protect, all them Twitter motherfuckers was talking about this man needs to be protected on the fucking internet, on his Instagram live from the crime scene, talking about it was a military style hit. He was the one who really got this situation, that bullshit conspiracy theory rolling. But then you see the video and it's just some dumb motherfucker in a hat shooting in the general direction.
Mm-hmm.
And then running over to that man, disrespecting his body by kicking him while he was already dying. Nigga, do military fucking officers do that? Shut the fuck up. All right. Let's go ahead on and get to the last part of the show today, which is we got one album review. Are we reviewing an album from some major label artist? Fuck no, we're not. You know why we're not? Because they release dog shit all the time. And we're going to review an album that was actually interesting to listen to. So a couple weeks ago, we talked about them with their song No Title. And then a lot of the members of the group followed us on Twitter. And I started looking at their Twitter pages. And they had their album pinned to the top of their Twitter pages. And that's the group Nedlog. And they got an album called Spectrum. You know what I liked about this, man? What? I liked about it that it didn't sound nothing like the first song we reviewed.
Yeah, No Title?
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't sound anything like that.
That's putting me in the mind state that when I listen to this group, whether it's going to turn out good or bad is a different story, but they ain't afraid to go outside of what may be perceived to be their comfort zone and try to push forward the fucking genre instead of just following genre trends, you know.
Mm-hmm. And I actually, hearing this album made me want to actually go listen to some more, because when I first seen the album cover,
yeah,
I was looking like, aren't they rappers? Like, that's what I thought, because I'm thinking this about to be like some disco junk.
Like that's what when I first saw the cover, I thought about that too, but then it made sense for the cover to look like that due to the title being Spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
like even when like if we want to dissect the title, right? I think the title might mean I might just be making shit up. But when you say the word spectrum, a spectrum means a wide array of different fucking things. That's what a spectrum is. Like a color spectrum has every single color on it. Mm-hmm. I think the title of this album might be alluding to the fact that these dudes can adapt
to any type
of style that they want to make, and that shows on the album itself. You got songs like Tangerine, which is like a fucking ballad.
Yeah.
And then songs like fucking Hot,
which is like a rap
which is
song.
like a fucking club banger rap song. Like that's some shit that I would never even think of to say. Copycat, 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 copycat. No, you can't cheat off my Scantron. Nigga, I ain't thought about Scantrons in fucking years. Like, you understand? I haven't thought about Scantrons in years, my nigga. And these niggas is rapping about them.
Yeah. But if my two favorite joints from this album is Hot, and then the very next song, Miracles.
Miracles is my shit too, because Miracles, I listened to this fucking album at a time where I ain't even gonna lie, nigga. I'll get on this fucking podcast and be all the way transparent, right? Mm-hmm. I listened to this album at a time where I was just not fucking satisfied with my professional life. You know what I'm saying? The rest of my life is fine. Like, I'm enjoying all of that. But the shit that I have to do to get paid, I just don't like it, my nigga. I'm still doing it. Mm-hmm. Like, I just don't like it. And I'm still not satisfied, but sometimes you hear some shit, right? Mm-hmm. And nigga, it's like the fucking person is talking to you directly. The song said, stop sitting around waiting for miracles to come your way. Mm-hmm. My nigga, like, I was already doing what I need to do to change the circumstance that I'm dissatisfied with. But nigga, that was even just a harder push listening to that song. Because I listened to that song, and when I listened to it, I ain't even lying. I don't get up here and pretend. Listen to it like 4 or 5 times. Nigga, I remember even what I was doing when I first heard it. I was pumping gas away on the other side of town, damn near 10-15 miles from where I live. I was pumping gas and I was listening to that shit. And nigga, right after I heard that song, what did? I put in 23 different applications for the company that I really want to work for. Not exaggerating, nigga. 23 different ones. So, but back to the album. I'm getting off a track talking about my damn self. Just looking at the cover, I see that shit. They got the color spectrum on it.
They do.
Right? And then they got those Led Zeppelin looking letters.
Yeah.
Or is it is Led Zeppelin, ain't it?
Yep.
Yeah, those Led Zeppelin looking letters and shit. That type of shit is showing me that niggas is versed in music, not just in rap. Again, the mark of good fucking artists are people who listen to other shit than just the type of thing that they make. When you can tell a rapper or whatever, whether you like them or not, you can tell a hip hop artist who only listens to rap from a hip hop artist who got a diverse taste in music. You know why? Because when a nigga only listens to rap, he put out shit sounds like every other motherfucking thing that's on the market. Mm-hmm. And like I said, I wasn't a fan of XXX Tentacion's music, but you can tell he had a diverse taste in music because he put out all type of different shit. Even the song I like by him and not the song that I like by him because it's just the best. I think it was the best. No, it's just the thing that he made. It's a genuine song I really like, which was the Jocelyn Flores. Right? Mm-hmm. That's my shit. But I can appreciate the fucking diverse taste in music that these dudes have because it came through on the album. And the album, just like the title of the album, just like the cover, they covering a wide spectrum of hip hop sounds on it. From like the first actual track on it, right? Not the intro, because the first one, the very first song is just an intro, but the Maximum Level, that sound almost like some noise, industrial hip hop type shit, like almost not nearly as extreme, but almost to the point of like Death Grips.
Yeah,
like going in that direction, right? And then the next song, Let You Go, is all the way back to a complete opposite type shit where they rapping about, you know, it's like a breakup song, like a breakup song. Then Grab My Strong Hand. I mean, now I really like that one. That one seemed like the Grab My Strong Hand seemed like it reminded me of the fucking the not the lyrics, but the fucking instrumental reminded me of the scene in Boys in the Hood when they was going out to get revenge for Ricky getting killed. Like that's what it reminded me of. Like the Grab My Strong Hand with all the horns and the reverb on the horns playing in the background and shit. It just reminded me of some of that scene of the movie for whatever. After Doughboy let what's his name, Trey.
Yeah, Trey.
After they let Trey out and Doughboy went to the fucking burger stand or wherever the motherfuckers was at, killed their ass. And that's what it reminded me of. Like, I don't really have much else to say about the album besides that I like that shit, man.
Yeah.
I like the album. And we ain't got no other independent artists today. It's just an album review. They just so happen to be independent. So like when you got some shit like that no title joint, then you gonna have us interested going to see what else you do. And this is their newest release. This is their new album. At least from looking at the Twitter accounts of them, this is their newest album. And I think it's the only one that's on Apple Music. But
yeah,
of course, we will seek out and find more fucking fire from this group and other artists as time goes on. But man, that Spectrum by Ned Logg. And to tell you the truth, I don't think I got much else to say. Like, I don't got nothing funny to say today. Like, it ain't nothing funny. It's been a week. I'm glad that we waited a week too, because we thought about just getting right up here right after Nipsey got killed. Which that would have been probably what got us more views. But I'd rather, instead of having views, I'd rather have like a clear view of the situation. I'd rather have the information to be able to pay respects the right way than to be able to put out something that's just for popularity and gonna get a couple more views. Fuck all of that. So, it ain't really nothing to joke about. Been 1 week since the man passed away. Since his life was brutally taken. Well, I don't think that he deserved it, not from the acts that I seen him putting forth in his life anyway. I don't know his personal life, but definitely if you call the snitch a snitch, I don't think you deserve to be killed from that shit. Why you gotta be killed for telling the truth? That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I just want to close the show out by saying rest in peace, Nip.
Rest in peace. That's it, man. We out.